Bruce Neal is well known in racing and breeding circles for the elite racehorses that he's bred, sold and raced himself to great success. But now he's becoming equally as well known in the equestrian world. He's passionate about rehoming his thoroughbreds and believes if you find a suitable home, the thoroughbreds will always excel.
All done. 640,000 buys her.
Personal takes the lead for Damien Oliver, his Sixth Oaks.
Bruce, you have a wonderful reputation as one of Australia's leading breeders of high-class elite racehorses. Tell me about what your thoughts are as far as the rehoming and what we do with horses when they finish their racing careers, or in fact may not even race at all.
Well, it's a major issue, as we know, for the industry, but I think we're doing well in terms of repositioning ourselves so we can rehome these horses and give them a life thereafter. If we don't, there's going to be so much pressure on the industry anyway. So it's good to lead it, not react to the pressure that's definitely going to, it's there now and definitely going to continue on in terms of that. At Crestfield, well, first of all, we try and sell every horse, as I think the market knows, and so we don't race a lot of horses. The geldings that we do race, I've had a history of rehoming back in Tasmania. I live in Tasmania, even though Crestfield is at Scone, and we've had a history over the last 10 years. And we had some wonderful outcomes as well. We had a great racehorse here called Motspur, and Motspur was a multiple listed winner and a very good racehorse, Flying Spur. He went down there and he became a leading equestrian horse in Tasmania. A girl called Prue Cotton took him under her wings. She had to put him down regrettably, and she rang me the other day saying it was a year since she put him down and the tears were in her eyes. So anyway, I said, don't worry, I'll send you some more. And also working with Luella, who's Charlie Goggin, Tasmanian trainer, his daughter. So I've had a history of working with them, and I've currently got a couple of geldings in Tasmania where we give them a prep. Currently it's with Ziggy Carr. We give them a prep before they go to a rehoming program in Tasmania. So they traditionally go down when they've not overly competitive in New South Wales or Victoria, and we've had great success with that.
And that's the thing, it's, often horses will get moved on into another jurisdiction that might be, slightly easier than, the metropolitan sort of areas, but it's where they go after that, isn't it, that the industry really needs to, take care of. It's not really the big city stables that they move on from, it's when they get out, further out into other, regional areas.
Yeah, well it is, and I fund the trip down and also give them some cash to get the horse rehomed, so that's a responsibility that I think the industry's got to take in financially supporting the change for that particular horse. There's a lot of demand. I know in Tasmania there's demand in terms of equestrian and riding for disabled, and there's great opportunities there. And I think it's good to see the Crestfield brand expanding down into that area and these horses having a life after their original purpose.
And a lot of people find it really exciting. I mean, we love seeing a horse win a race, but they're not all going to, are they?
No.
But you can get the same thrill as an owner if you've bred the horse or you've raced the horse to watch it go, and as you said, with your brand, and do well, and not even necessarily have to be winning all the ribbons or the prizes, but just to see them being really loved and valued by someone new.
Yeah, indeed. We've got a horse who races the chairman, and he's a 3/4 to Nimmerley, so he's out of my mare design. It's a Bill mare. He's in Melbourne at the moment with an equestrian eventer. They send videos and images of him and reports about the great improvement he's making in his new field. So I think, it's something we've got to embrace.
And what do you think the industry, the way there are different models of, paying for retrainers, say in Victoria or New South Wales, trying to sort of manage it themselves, and Racing Queensland has a different model. There seem to be lots of different models. I guess each one has its advantages.
Well, I guess so. And I mean, and they will emerge as the major model as time goes through. But this is all rather new. There was no process, but now there's a process, and there's a requirement. There's a social requirement to ensure that these horses get a new life. And one of these systems in the jurisdictions will emerge as the model, I'm sure, in time.
Fiery Heights Dothraki, Laters Egyptian symbol.
And you have, obviously, as a broodmare farm in particular, so you look after your retired broodmares too. I mean, they can live on for another 10 years after they stop breeding, can't they?
Yeah, well, we have so many on the hill. and they're well looked after. They're cared for, and they're given ceremonial burials when they pass on, especially if they've been a blue hen mare at Crestfield. And we've developed our own little graveyard for our elite mares. So yes, I think it's just part of the farm's culture and creating history for the farm.
Do you think it needs to be regulated at some point, or do you think gradually the industry is doing enough now?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No. We don't need any more regulation. I think it's up to the farms and the owners to ensure that there's a process.